Hi, I'm Yana, and welcome to your Restorative Rest practice. Today's practice is focused on yoga for anxiety. So as things sometimes get very busy and sometimes the mind becomes overactive, it takes a toll on the body. So today's practice is a calming, short restorative practice with a guided yoga nidra at the end to get us quickly in a calm place. We'll begin by sitting in Sukhasana or easy pose, inhaling the shoulders up and down and back. Exhaling out the mouth. Inhaling, you can gently close the eyes, rotating the shoulders up, circling them back. So you exhale out the mouth. And taking one more gentle rotation of the shoulders in the shoulder sockets. We'll place one hand on the floor, inhaling the right hand up into the air, bending the left elbow, and breathing into the right side of the ribs. Elongating out of the right hip. You might even look down towards the floor. And notice if you can begin to slow the breath down, taking deep inhalations and extending the exhalation. Inhaling back to center, right hand touches the ground, bending the right elbow, left arm lifts up into the air. Looking up at the left fingertips, if that's available for you, or down at the right hand. Breathing into the left side of the ribs. Taking a 3-part inhalation here, 2, 3, and a 4-count exhalation, 4, 3, 2, 1. Seeing if you can gently bring your attention to this breath practice of a 3-count inhalation and a 4-count exhalation. So as we begin to extend the exhale longer than the inhalation, gives the body an opportunity to calm down. Sitting in Baddha Konasana, bound ankles pose. So both toes touch together, grabbing and hold the insides of the feet. You can place your elbows onto your calves, gently bouncing the legs up and down. Opening up the thighs here. Inhaling in through the nose. Exhaling deeply, sighing out the mouth. Breathing deep into the belly. Sighing out the mouth. And then taking the hands and gently walking them forward. You can place the elbows down towards the floor, or if only the fingertips reach onto the floor to begin with, that's okay. And gently looking back towards the belly button. Breathing into the back of the neck. Breathing into any tightness in the shoulders. So in a yin practice, we really focus on slightly longer held poses that are in a static hold that invites the nervous system and the breath to calm down. Breathing deep into the belly. Exhaling, you might even roll over the right ear to the right shoulder, the left ear to the left shoulder. Releasing the head and the neck here. And if you feel like it's too much to hold here, you can inhale, pressing up slightly. And on the exhale, inviting, walking the fingertips another centimeter or two forward. On the exhalation. On the inhale, pressing into the arms, extending the chin up and forward. Breathing into, inviting sunshine into the front of your chest. And then exhaling, breathing into the back body. And just noticing how good this feels to allow the head to come down to a more parallel position with the heart. So any type of forward fold is very renewing for the restoration of the nervous system. When we bring the head down parallel to the heart or lower than the heart, it begins to signal to the body that it's okay to take a deeper breath and to slow down. So especially if you have any racing of the mind or, a very active mind, especially before bed, this is such a great opportunity to invite yourself into a forward fold. You can even do these in your bed before you go to bed. Either with the ankles together like this, in this butterfly position, or with the feet extended straight out in front of you. Beautiful. And then in the exhalation, gently walking the hands back up, taking a stock of how that feels in the body. We'll open the legs up as wide as possible. And even if your as wide as possible is only hip width distance or less, that's absolutely fine for you. We'll inhale both arms up into the air, and then exhaling the right hand onto the left thigh. On the exhalation, looking over the left shoulder. Coming back to that 3-count inhalation. 3, 2, 1. And a 4, 3, 2, 1 exhalation. 3-count inhalation. 3, 2, 1. Exhaling out the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. As the belly button comes back towards the spine. And one more time here, inhaling deep into the belly, letting the front, side, back of the body fill up. And on the exhalation, 4, 3, 2, 1. The eyes may even come behind the left shoulder. And then releasing that, inhaling the hands up above the head. Gathering that restoration back into the heart center. Inhaling the left arm up into the air, crossing across onto the left thigh. Inhaling right shoulder back and up and down. The right hand may come behind the base of the spine. Exhale, beginning to look over the right shoulder. Breathing into the side of the neck while evenly grounded into both sit bones. Notice what's happening to the breath here. Inhaling in, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, extending that breath out as long as you can, maybe even slowing down the 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, deepest breath of your day. Really maximize this oxygenation here. On the exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Belly button back towards spine. Eyes coming behind the right shoulder. Extending, breathing up into your proud chest as you inhale into the nose. Rounding into the sit bones with the exhalation. Full, deep exhalation, bringing the body back to neutral in the center. Inhaling, arms up above the head, hands to heart center, and then walking the fingertips forward. The right hand, then the left hand. You may come down onto your forearms. You might make a little pillow with both fists stacked one on top of another to rest the head in this forward fold. And notice if the toes are coming in towards the midline of the body, can you rotate your heels up towards the sky so that the knees are pointing up towards the sky here? Really breathing into the back lower lungs. Breathing into the side of the lungs here. Noticing with each inhalation as you invite more breath into the lower belly here. Can you feel that space in the back of the heart? Massaging the back of the heart underneath the arms. And with the exhale, letting go and releasing, perhaps here walking the fingertips forward. The forehead might begin to reach down towards the ground. So you'll notice as you inhale, you can even micro extend into the front space of the heart. Breathing, opening up, and then on the exhale, releasing. The head comes a little bit closer down towards the floor. Extending the exhalation. The inhale, really feeling the connection through the bottom of the heels, the back of the calves. A micro bend in your knees here. And noticing as the hip flexors, the back of the hamstrings begin to release and stretch. We can use the focus of the breath to invite in more space. Into the mind, into the body. Beautiful. And then on the exhale, pressing yourself back up, walking the hands back to the center line. We will come over onto the knees this time into tabletop position. Inhaling the head up. Exhale, belly button back towards spine. Pressing into the floor. Inhale. Noticing the space that you're creating in the front of the body and the neck. Exhaling back. Tailbone tucked under. On the next inhale, back to neutral. The right arm comes up into the air. And then exhale, threading the right shoulder onto the ground. The left arm extends. Inviting the breath into the left side of the lungs.
And noticing, can you square off your hips here? The tendency might be to shift the weight into the left hip. So drawing even equal weight back into both knees here. Breathing underneath that left armpit. Beautiful. 3 count inhalation. Breathing in through the nose. If you're feeling any specific tension or thoughts, you can release out the mouth on the exhalation, really extending that exhalation, coming back to that 4 count exhalation. Beautiful. On the inhale, walking the left arm back underneath you. Right arm comes back up into the air. Fantastic. And then bringing the right arm down onto the ground. Left arm extends up into the air. And then walking the left arm underneath the right. Left shoulder onto the ground. Right fingertips walk forward. And shifting the weight back over so both hips are even as the feet are parallel. Inviting the body back to its focusing on this restorative breath. And maybe as you're becoming more familiar with the extended exhalation, playing around if the next time, if you might be able to inhale to the count of 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale out 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Belly button back towards spine. So as we learn to extend this exhalation, it signals to the nervous system to calm down. Notice if you can find any more space in your head, your neck, your shoulders, that you're not gripping your jaw here. You might even walk your right shoulder blade back, grabbing the arm bone and pulling it back into the shoulder socket. As you even out both hips. Coming back to that 4 count inhalation. And 5 count exhalation. Beautiful. Walking right hand under right shoulder, pressing back up to tabletop. Left arm comes up into the air. Exhaling the hand back down. We'll walk forward into our Sphinx position. So both hip bones pressed into the ground, feet at parallel, rotating the shoulders up and down and back. Breathing into the front of the neck here as the shin is parallel to the floor. Pressing the pelvis into the ground, rotating the shoulders up and down and back. So as if you had a pencil you're squeezing between the shoulder blades. Looking out into the horizon. And then you can bring the head over the right shoulder. The eye looks back towards the right big toe. As the shoulder blades draw down and back. Beautiful. And head back to neutral, looking over the left shoulder. Looking back at the left big toe. Inviting that fullness into the deep belly, the fullness of the breath. Noticing how great it feels to take a deep belly breath here with the belly against the floor. We get this nice massaging of the lower abdomen and the internal organs. Head back to neutral. Fantastic. We can press up onto the tabletop. We'll lift the left leg up into the air and draw it up between, left knee comes up between the hands into a pigeon pose. Whatever's comfortable for you. You could walk the left shin a little more parallel towards the front of the mat or surface that you're on. Inhale, rotating the shoulders up and down and back. Breathing into your proud chest. And on the exhale, releasing forward. You can walk the hands out. Noticing if there's anything you can do, any thoughts you can release to become even 2% more comfortable here. Perhaps it's just coming back to that 4 count inhalation, 3, 2, 1, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 exhalation. Releasing the head onto the floor or onto the hands. Filling up the belly, feeling the air as it enters in the front of the body. And then on the exhalation, pushing yourself back up. Hands come back under the shoulders. Shifting the right knee forward, back to tabletop. Inhale the right knee up into the air. Knee comes between the hands. And pigeon on the opposite side. You could walk that right shin more towards parallel, whatever's comfortable for you. And inhale, breathing up again. Rotating shoulders up and down and back. Breathing into your proud chest here. Just feeling the relief and the release. And the exhale, really releasing all the way down, gravity. You can come to forearms, hands crossed, making a pillow for the head, or extending the arms all the way forward, head resting down towards the ground. So anytime we come into these forward poses where we have the ability to place the head on the floor, whether it's in a child's pose or any relaxing and releasing pose like this, having the head on the floor is also another good way to signal to the nervous system it's okay to calm down. To release, to relax and let go. And on the exhalation, one more deep breath. Letting go of anything that's not serving you. Inhaling, pressing the arms back up underneath the shoulders. And then exhaling the legs forward. And we'll come back into a shavasana or guided rest pose. So shoulder blades underneath you. If you have a blanket or a sweatshirt, you might like to place it over you or on you so you're nice and toasty. We'll be here for about 10 minutes. Feet hip width distance apart. Shoulders raised up towards the sky. Inhaling in. Deepest breath of your day, and then the exhale. Releasing all the breath out as if you're blowing out a candle. There's no more air left. Perhaps taking a nice deep audible sigh. Letting the mind come into this guided relaxation. See how quickly can you release, relax, and let go. As you settle into shavasana, bringing your awareness to the spaces between your body and the earth, inviting your body to soften and rest as you begin to surrender to relaxation. Notice the spaces between your body and the earth becoming smaller and smaller. Your body is relaxed and lying on the floor. We will now begin a rotation of awareness. All you have to do is follow the sound of my voice as I guide you from point to point within your body. You can repeat to yourself silently these body parts as we rotate awareness around the body. We begin. Right heel, left heel. Right calf, left calf. Right knee, left knee. Right thigh, left thigh. Right hip, left hip. Both hips together. Lower back, middle back, upper back. Back of the right hand, back of the left hand. Right wrist, left wrist. Right forearm, left forearm. Right elbow, left elbow. Right upper arm, left upper arm. Right shoulder, left shoulder. Both shoulders together. Neck, back of the head. All points of contact with the earth. Be aware of the whole front of the body, whole back of the body. Be aware of the whole body. Be aware of the whole body. Now bring your awareness to your breath. Follow the gentle tide of your breath without altering it. Now envision your breath as a golden light flowing up and down your spinal column. With your inhale, the golden light flows from the tailbone to the crown of the head. And with your exhale, it flows from the crown of the head back down to the tailbone. A cosmic tide of energy and breath. Golden prana, moving on the inhalation, flowing from the tailbone to the crown of your head, and on the exhalation, golden light flowing from the crown of the head back to the tailbone. Stay with your breath as you follow this cosmic tide as it flows up and down your spinal column. Golden, vibrant, radiant. Now bring your awareness to the sensation of opposites. First, the sensation of heat. Your right leg warm, your left leg warm, right arm warm, the left arm warm, the whole body warm, as if it's lying on a beach on a hot summer day. And all at once, your body sensation moves to cold. The right leg cold, the left leg cold. Right arm cold, left arm cold. The torso cold. The entire body cold as if it's walked into a freezer. Now let that go. Bringing the awareness to the sensation of heaviness. The right leg heavy as steel. The left leg heavy as steel. Both arms heavy like steel. The torso heavy. The whole body as heavy as steel. All at once, your body becomes as light as a feather. The legs, light as a feather. The arms, light as a feather. The torso, light as a feather. The entire body, light as a feather. Imagine you're standing outside in nature. Feel your bare feet on the earth, the warm earth in a lush forest. The warmth of the sun on your face, the smell of flowers and fresh air. Feeling connected to all around you. You feel comfortable to follow a path into the forest. You notice a butterfly as it slides up a hillside. The sunlight shines through the trees, birds singing. And you notice as you reach the top of this hill, there's a beautiful well. As you feel thirsty, you draw a bucket into the well. Pulling up this fresh, clear, crystalline, refreshing water for your soul. Taking a deep sip of it.
Your thirst is quenched. And on the surface of the water, as you lower the bucket back into the well, you see your beautiful reflection. Refreshed, strong, free of any worries. Grateful for this opportunity to connect with nature. Feeling quenched by this time, an encouraging word or phrase comes to you. This phrase is now a point of reflection that you can quietly, internally return to at any time. Repeating this positive phrase or intention to yourself. You are restored. Lying on the earth. Become aware of your breath, your body, slowly breathing in and out. And without opening your eyes, become aware of your surroundings, the floor beneath you. As your awareness comes back, invite your breaths to deepen. When you feel ready, stretching your arms long overhead, wiggling your fingers and your toes, taking a full body stretch. And slowly roll over into the fetal position on your right side. This posture that resembles a seed or a newborn child. This posture symbolizing new beginnings. Take a moment here coming back to this feeling of restoration that you've created in your physical, mental, and spiritual body. When you're ready, gently press yourself up to a comfortable seated position, placing your hands in front of your heart with your eyes closed. Taking 3 deep breaths here. Setting in this restoration. Giving thanks for the wisdom of your inner teachers and wisdom keepers. Thanks for the presence of your ancestors who guided you to this place on your healing journey. Namaste and Ashe.